Would you like to be young again? Question, loaded question, I know, but I want to chat with you about it today because I think as we get older, we start to ask questions. You know, what did we do right? What did we not do right? What, you know, what kind of mistakes did we make, or positive things did we do in our lives? We start asking ourselves these questions and thinking, gosh, I was so much happier when I was younger, or things were so much easier then, and it's very easy to sort of compare the things that we did as we were younger in the context of the wisdom of age and experience. But were we happier then, really? Would we prefer to be younger again? Well, this is a question that our blogger Anne Richardson asked. Now, Anne has been writing for 60andMe now for several years. I love her writing. I love her thoughts and her inspiration. And so I hope that you go and read this article. And she has a couple of books too, and just, check out her view on life. But I think it's really important that, I go through with you what she has to say. So first of all, childhood. Start with your childhood. What did you love to do? What were your passions? I can go back and think about all kinds of things I did, but I mean, the bottom line is you were carefree. You were experimental. You took chances. You didn't, mistakes didn't knock you out or knock you down. You just kept on going. You tried again. And that kind of carefree, open-minded, fun kind of, in the morning you get up and you go to school and you play with your friends and, great, lovely. But then Anne points out, and I totally agree with her, childhood was a time of great stress. We were under pressure to be liked by people. We had to have, certain friends at school and get invited to birthday parties. We didn't know our strengths and weaknesses. A lot of times we moved as children. I personally moved almost every year from the age of about 8 until 15. My dad just moved us every single year to a new location. It was just part of his drama, part of his life. And I dealt with that, learned some important skills. I did learn some strengths from moving every year. And it was always in April. He always moved us in the middle of the school year. So it was like a whole new start. But I think that, those things were all challenging. Of course, my mom was sick when I was young, but it was, it was life. I don't know whether I want to go back to that childhood again. But Anne says she certainly doesn't. It was overrated. Teenage years were different. That was where we started to explore the world of possibilities. And it was really so, interesting and intriguing. Like everything was laid out before us. And especially today, you've got social media, you've got all kinds of channels that you can learn. And, there's nothing that's outside your, your realm of possibility. But when I was a teenager, I was working since about the age of 15. So I struggled. I was still in school and my mom was sick and she died when I was 18. So within my teenage years, I had a lot of grief and a lot of sadness and change, lots and lots of change. Maybe you did too. I remember the Vietnam War and the sadness around the insecurity in the world. I know we've got it, change now, it's the situation now too, but back then it was really hard. So I don't know, in my teenage years, I don't think I would want to go back there for sure. I don't think I could go through that again. But your 20s and 30s, well, you've started a profession. You've maybe started working in, for real, and you're living by yourself, perhaps. You're starting to explore your relationships. And your 20s and 30s, you're normally thinking about a partner, finding a mate, finding someone that you love, and living a life, that's perfect for both of you. And maybe having children was, I had my first child when I was 30. And so, it's a time for, this money, building new houses, finding new houses, buying new houses, insecurities, though, and uncertainty at the same time. Pressures to be like everyone else, live up to the Joneses, is expression, be able to, navigate financially in the world and have enough to put your kids through school or to buy them the things that they needed or to cover for the things that you didn't have when you were a child. I don't know, 20s and 30s are challenging, but then midlife, that's another whole category. Maybe that's sort of, midlife and beyond. Maybe that's now. Maybe we categorize it all there. It's where it becomes easier on some levels because we've got, the children that are maybe at college or they're working or finding their own mates and partners. And, life seems like you've either, you've done an okay job and you're comfortable with it, or it's a time for regrets. You're going through menopause in your maybe 50s and 60s or even earlier. You are dealing with the physical changes in your body, the different, just manifestations of aging. But I don't know, for some reason, this period of time I don't know what I would consider 70. I think I would almost put 70 in its own category because up to end of your 60s, I think you're still you know, energized and excited about new things. You've perhaps decided to start a new business or to start a new passion, and you've got new friends now that are not only in the context of your children or of your job. You're making the friends that you want, the people that you enjoy, and who share your common values as well as your common, you know, desires and goals, passions. And maybe this is a time for finding new love. Maybe that midlife, you know, and beyond started off with a divorce or with some kind of separation. And now in your 50s and 60s, you're able to kind of, you know, move into a new life, you know, reinvent yourself and do something a bit more aligned to your true, authentic self. You know, I may be looking back, as Anne says, you can say life did get better. It got better as you got older. You know, health is sometimes our biggest issue as we get older, for sure. And so maybe that's one of the things we have to put on the side of concerns or focus, areas of focus as we get older. So I don't know. What do you think? I mean, are you happy where you are now? Was your happiest time in your life your childhood? Was it, you know, I mean, young years, like before your teenage years, up to 13? Was it your teenage years? Think about those years, good and bad. Was it on balance the time you'd like to go back to? Would you like to be young again in your 20s and 30s? Did you feel that was the most formative time in your life, the most fun, the most adventure, the most discovery? Or would you like to stay in your 40s and 50s? Maybe that's a sort of midlife and beyond, but easier on many levels, as I mentioned, but it's not so easy on other levels as well. So is it the midlife time of life that you'd like? And is there maybe a specific decade? I mean, midlife and beyond. I mean, Anne puts them into one category, but like I say, midlife is like, you know, 40, 55-ish. And then there's 55-ish to 60, 70. So which end of midlife do you prefer? What is the age that you'd like to go back to if you actually wanted to go back and live your life again? Start over somewhere. Which decade? So would you like to be younger? Maybe the answer is no. What age would you like to be if you would like to go back? And why did you choose that? Why? Would you want to go back to be 40 or 50 or 20 or 7? Leave your comments in the section below. I'd love to hear. This is always a fun conversation to have. So please leave your comments in the section below. Tell us what you think. I'd really love to know. And if you have enjoyed this video, please go check out Anne's video article on our 16Me website. And also join this channel here on YouTube. Just subscribe and press that notification bell. I do videos 4 times a week. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Saturday is a makeup day. It's makeup and skincare. The rest of the week, we talk about all kinds of things related to aging in general. The different things from fashion and beauty to downsizing, relationships, travel, whatever you've got. We are here at 16Me to deliver. So thank you again for being here. Thank you for your wonderful support and for sharing this journey with me. I do hope that you're doing well. Take super good care of yourself and know that we're always here for you. Please consider also joining our Patreon group. Patreon is our supporters group. We have about 800 women now, I think, in that group, and they're getting together now. We do exclusive videos and live shows, and women are finding each other in the real world and actually going on cruises and getting together for coffee. And it's maybe this is the best time of your life. Maybe this 60s and 70s is exactly where you want to be. It is for me, actually. Well, maybe 60. Maybe I would, I don't know. It's always looking back though, isn't it? With that sort of, maybe it was a little chance to make some adjustments there, to do things a little differently, to live life a little in a more special, focused, self-aware way. I don't know. But take really good care of yourselves wherever you are, everybody. Lots and lots of love to you. Have a great day. Be strong, be kind, and I'll see you again soon.